What's up, YouTube? It's Grayman47, y'all. I'm coming back at you with another video. Hey, if you are new to my channel, welcome. If you are not new, welcome back. I appreciate you guys riding with me on all these videos. And if you have not subscribed, please make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. Also, at the end of this video, I appreciate it if you give me a thumbs up and also drop some lines in that comment section. Yo, if you have watched any of my videos, the gun collection video in particular, you might have heard me say that everybody has to have at least one revolver in their collection, just at least one. You got to have a wheel gun. So the one I have for you today is a super fantastic, pretty one. I mean, it just looks good and might be the one for you. So this video is going to be twofold like many of my videos. I'm going to do a quick tabletop review on this video just so you can get a look at the gun, and I can talk a little bit about it, about the description of the gun, and then I'm going to take it to the range and let you see some range footage and actually how this gun shoots. So you'll get a complete feel for the pistol. All right, so this gun is the Smith & Wesson 686 7X. This is a nice, heavy, good looking wheel gun or revolver. The nice thing about it is, like I said, it's a 7X, which means that it is 7 rounds of 357 Magnum or 38 specials. If you want to shoot 38 specials out, it'll throw each of them down range and at a nice rate. Also, one of the nice things about this gun is its performance center, which if you know anything about Smith & Wesson, you know that their performance center guns have a little bit of customization to it, or gets a little bit extra. So one of the extras that this particular gun gets is the trigger on this gun. So it does have a performance trigger, which makes it just silky smooth, y'all. I'm telling you, the trigger on this is just so nice. So this is a great firearm or a great revolver that you can add to your collection. So I'm gonna get in a little bit more into this gun and talk about what it all comes with. All right, Joe, so just to give you a price point of this pistol, I picked this up about 4 years ago or so, and I paid about almost $1,100 for it. So if you try to pick it up now, obviously, just like every other gun on the market, it's going to be a little bit more. But I did pay about $1,100 for this gun back at about 4 years ago. When you pick the gun up and purchase it, Smith & Wesson gives you a nice hard case that says Smith & Wesson Performance Center on the side of it. You can use it to take it to the range or whatever you want to do with it. I wouldn't recommend trying to take it on the airline because it's probably not TSA approved. Check out my video on traveling on the airlines and make sure that you have the proper container for your gun if you're going to take it on the airline. Anyhow, back to the Performance Center 686. There are a bunch of nice features and a bunch of things that make this gun what it is and makes it look so good. So let's dive into those things. So how does this gun feel in hand? I gotta be honest with you, it feels pretty amazing in hand. This grip fits my hand perfectly. So that was one of the things when I was looking for a revolver. I was actually looking for a new revolver. I had several others, but I was looking for a new revolver, and I felt this, and as soon as I put it in my hand, I felt, man, this gun feels really good. I mean, this nice, pretty wood grip here with the Smith & Wesson logo in it and the texturing right here. It looks good. It not only looks good, but it functions well. It is a little slick at on certain parts of it, but for the most part, because it fits in my hand so well, and these finger grooves fit right on my hand, it makes controlling the recoil relatively easy, especially when you're firing those 38 specials instead of the 357 mag. So it does feel good in my hand. It is very heavy, the weight of it, and I'm not sure exactly what the exact weight of it is, but it is a heavy gun, so it does absorb the recoil of that 357 mag. But it just feels so good in your hand. When you're holding a gun like this, this all steel, it just makes those polymer guns feel, I don't know, it just makes them feel a little bit different. I'll just leave it at that. But when you hold something like this, you're just like, man, this is something that really feels good in hand. All right, so The gun has a 2.5-inch barrel, which makes it a little bit smaller in terms of the length of the gun itself, which is nice. Just don't expect to be shooting from 100 yards away with this gun. These revolvers with these short barrels are not meant for that, so just kind of understand that. Also, it has a nice sight on the front, the big ramp sight with the orange paint on it, so it's easy to pick up. And then the rear sight is kind of like a blacked out serrated adjustable sight as well. There's some serrations on the top of the gun to reduce glaring, as well as moving up toward the ramp as well. So that's kind of what the sight picture looks like. I don't know how well the camera's gonna pick that up, but that's kind of what the sight picture looks like on this gun. All right. Also, it does have a hammer on it. I know a lot of folks are looking at the hammerless revolvers these days. I still like the hammer simply because of the look of it. I don't carry a revolver because of capacity for the most part, so I like the aesthetics. So the hammer to me still looks good on a revolver, and this hammer is kind of a nice hammer. It's a little chunky, has some really aggressive grips on it so that you can cock the pistol back or cock the handle back. So it's a really good looking hammer there. Also, if you notice, this barrel is non-fluted. I think that really adds to the aesthetics of this gun. It looks so good with this non-fluted barrel. I was really immediately attracted to that when I first saw this gun. I said, man, there's no flutes on that barrel. That just makes it look that much better. It pops just that much more. So it looks good. The finish on this is kind of like a dull finish, but it looks really good, and it complements the handle itself, that brown handle. Just a super nice gun. It's just nice. It's just smooth as smooth can be. So you can opt to either shoot this thing double action with the hammer up, or you can pull the hammer back and shoot it in single action. So if you look, and I'm going to try to give you just a kind of a quick snapshot before I take it to the range on this trigger and what it kind of looks like. The double action is nice and smooth. As soon as you start to pull that trigger back, I mean, I don't know if you can see that, but that's all there is before that hammer starts to move. And then that hammer breaks. Boom, just like that. And then the reset is right there. So that's it in a single action configuration. If you pull that hammer back, you notice that that trigger kind of goes back to the rear, and that trigger becomes very light once you're shooting it in single action. So is there any take up on this? None whatsoever. I mean, this trigger doesn't even move before it breaks. So that is a really nice trigger on this. Again, like I said, the performance center triggers are going to be better than your regular average trigger that comes on the 686 or any of the other regular guns that aren't performance center. All right, y'all, before I break to that range footage, I know a lot of you guys are asking, what do I carry? What ammo do I carry in this pistol? Actually, I don't carry the pistol. I don't use it as an EDC or anything like that. But premium ammo that I do load in this is the Hornady Critical Defense. So I do use Hornady Critical Defense. The nice thing about this gun too is it's cut for moon clips. So those of you guys that may not be familiar with revolvers or moon clips, if you notice, and I don't know how well the camera will pick it up, but if you notice, inside of the cylinder at the very top, it is a little bit hollowed out or shallowed out, and that's just so that these moon clips, which hold the rounds, can just kind of fit right in there. So I'll put these in, and you can see how they just load right in there, and you push the ejection bar and it comes right out. All right. So it is cut for moon clips, which makes it easy so that you can reload very quickly. All right, so that's how that works. So at the range, I'm going to be shooting some Federal 357 mag. I'm not even going to shoot 38 special. I'm just going to shoot straight 357 mag. We just know there is a difference in recoil of the two. I mean, it's significantly. If I had to put a number on it or a percent on it, I would say that the 357 mag rounds are about 50%, 40 to 50% heavier in terms of recoil than the 38 Special. But these are the 357 mag rounds that I'll be shooting. They're Federals. All right, so we'll go with that. I'm not sure what the grains, how many grain, 158 grain. 158 grain bullets are what I'm going to be shooting in 357 mag at the range. All right, so I made it to the range. I got the 686 with me. I got my Federal 357 mag range ammo. So I am going to shoot, fire some down range. I'll let you guys see that. I will be shooting some two-handed shots as well as one-handed so that you can see the difference. I will be shooting pretty close at about 5 to 10 yards just because, remember, like I said earlier in the video, this is a 2.5 inch barrel. So obviously not meant for long range shooting, more like up close and personal defense distances. So I will be about that range from my targets. So let's get it. I'll see you back here at the table for final thoughts. So I shot the 686 in 357 mag. So I got to be honest and upfront. At the very beginning, when I started shooting the gun, it was a little bit difficult for me to keep my bullets down range on target and hit my target where I wanted to. I'm not used to shooting the revolver very often. I don't get it out to the range much, but after I shot it a little bit, I got a little bit better with it, and I was able to put my rounds on target when I wanted to. That 357 mag, like I said, is a hot round, so just know that. But it's better to have a gun that shoots 357 mag and you can throw 38 specials in than have 38 and not be able to shoot 357. So I still love this gun. I think it's a top-notch revolver. The performance center trigger is nice on this gun. So if you're looking for a revolver to fill that void in your collection, check out that 686 Performance by Smith & Wesson. I think it's a great guy. So thanks for riding with me on another one. I appreciate that. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and also drop some lines in that comment section. I love hearing from you guys. All right, like I always say, if you ain't packing, you're slacking. I'll see you when I see you.